goodness, we are so excited to be here with you today and talk all about body types. So Amy and I are each going to share about 2 body types, and whether you are loving the body that you're in or there's some things that you might like to tweak, we're here to help share some tips and tricks for highlighting the assets that you love and downplaying those that you don't. So first of all, we're going to start with the hourglass. So hourglasses have wider shoulders, wider hips, and a smaller waist. That's the distinguishing feature. If you're an hourglass, then you probably love to show off your little waist. Here I am in one of my favorite bottoms of the season. This is our high-low crop. And whether you're an hourglass or you're not, these just kind of trim down any little extra that you got because of this fantastic dye wash that we did on these. My other favorite top is this High Life wrap blouse. Now this is a fantastic standalone piece because again, it has the wrap. You can really nip in the waist, and then by putting this fantastic green cocktail cardigan over the top that has a belt, again, you've got a double belt going on here. So really nip in the waist, show that off, kind of slim down those hips a little bit. I'm all for that. And you've got a bright pop of color to really bring a little bit of spring into your life. Can't think of a better thing right now. Amy, let's see you.
And you always look so amazing when you really belt off that teeny tiny waist. Well, speaking of waist, I am going to talk about rectangle, which I am. That means, unlike Rebecca, I do not have a defined waist. So my shoulders and my hips are somewhat balanced, but my waist, I am literally putting my hands on my tummy. And it doesn't matter how thin I get or how heavy I get, my waist is not defined. So what are the issues and what are the frustrations to dress for me? Well, I can look very, very shapeless. And it's really important that we always think about proportions. It doesn't matter if you're hourglass, rectangle, diamond, any of them. We all have areas to highlight, like Rebecca said, and areas that we can balance out with proportion. So for a rectangle person, you are going to notice me all the time, either front tucking, having a belt, maybe a cropped jacket, all of the above. But I also watch how I'm dressed. So if I'm very structured on top, I might have a wider leg pant on the bottom, because that is going to help my shoulders and the bottom of me look a little wider, balanced, I should say. And then I'm showing this belt because what I'm trying to do is get the illusion of 2 upside down triangles, even though I'm a rectangle. So you'll see this outfit I'm wearing. I have this darling little jacket on that's automatically cropped in the back. Now I do have my shirt hanging out, and that's okay to do. And then it just kind of brings the eye up and in, even though I'm pretty much one straight line. Just having the belt and the crop jacket is going to bring the eye to what would naturally go in. So for me, I really, really love any kind of crop piece. And if I do wear a wider bottom pant, I generally will be tucking my shirts in. It's very rare for me not to tuck a shirt in some way or another to try and draw the eye to a waist. All right, Rebecca is going to come back with another body type, and I cannot wait to see her tips and the outfit she has. Rebecca?
Okay, I'm back with the triangle. So triangles are narrower in the shoulders and wider through the hips. And there's different ways that you can dress this shape. So I do love a fantastic trouser leg, so with just a slight flare to help balance out the hips. You could definitely wear the little pants, the crops that Amy just had on. But the whole idea is it's kind of like that high school art class that we took. So those things that are dark are pushed back or made less obvious. Those things that are bright are brought forward or really made into the highlight piece. So for a triangle, if you are wider through the hips than you are the shoulders, you're going to want to bring the eye up, and you can do that with bright colors really easily. So here I've got our sweet little matchmaker jacket and the Perky pullover. This also has the cabling details that run up and down, which is very slimming and elongating, and I love. This is our pogger. So this is going to be more of a pant jogger type fit. It's got just more of a pencil type leg to it. And so especially with a pant like this, you want to get the eyes up here, and then you could add a fun pop color shoe and get the eye, you know, you're playing tricks on the eyes basically. So removing any focus on this and bringing it up and down, or you could wear a nude shoe and just have all the attention up here. So the other thing that makes this fantastic for a triangle is it has shoulder pads. So this really helps balance out the shoulders and the hips. Another neckline that is fantastic is a boat neckline because it really brings the eye out, so that makes your shoulders appear a little bit wider. So there's all sorts of little tricks that we can use. So if you've identified yourself as one of these body types and you're just not sure what might work, get with us. That's what we're here for. Amy, let's see your next outfit.
Well, like Rebecca said, she did the triangle and the hourglass, and both of those body types have definitely defined waists. And I am covering the diamond as well as the rectangle, and they both do not have defined waists. So some of the rules apply, some of them are a little bit different. With a diamond, they typically carry their weights through their tummy area and have fantastic legs. So one major difference is I really like to highlight your legs with a legging, maybe something like the Tessera crop that has a cut of the leg, like a slim leg and then a little flare, or our kickback kick flare. This is a slim fitting jean with stretch, but it's going to highlight a really fantastic leg. But that is also why I have a column of color here. Now, I did a really unexpected column of color just to change it up, because diamonds do not have to stay in neutrals, darks, or anything like that. Have some fun with your body type. I also like the asymmetrical line here of our radiant tank. And of course, I have a belt, because although you may not think that you have a waist, you may not like to highlight your waist. Actually, one issue I see a lot with diamond shaped women is they tug their shirts down and over their tummy and think that they're hiding it. And actually what they're doing is cutting their bodies in half, shortening their legs, elongating their tummy. And so we want to do just the opposite. We want to elongate your leg and shorten the tummy. So we are going to wear a belt. We are in a column, but then so you do have a little bit of coverage here and helps elongate through here. I have this really lightweight kimono that is absolutely fantastic. And then from the back of the kimono, if I can grab all of this at once here, you are going to see that there is gathering in the back, and that will also draw the eye in and narrow that length down through. So just like a rectangle, we are trying to create the illusion of that hourglass. And the best way to do that is to really make sure that we're not lengthening the tummy. We are actually shortening the tummy and highlighting your legs. I love to see diamonds in something like this that's lightweight, that gives them the coverage that they think they're getting when they're tugging their t-shirts and sweaters down. Instead of having it long from the top to bottom, break that up with a column of color underneath, throw on a nice little throw and go jacket. You can even elongate with a long statement necklace here, but definitely break that up. A column of color is fantastic. One other thing is diamonds do not like to wear jeans that have a pinched in waist. It's generally uncomfortable, and oftentimes high-waisted jeans can be uncomfortable. So we have a couple of really great options this season. The Kickback Kick Flare is one. It's mid to low rise. It's stretchy and yummy. Another one is our Compass Pant that has a really, really nice stretchy kind of canvasy feel. And then we've got so many items this season. We have our Poggers. We have our Malibu jean. There's, depending on your body and how things fit on you, we will help you with that, but don't feel like that you cannot try something new. Oftentimes too, you don't even have to have something long like this if you're a diamond. We have this darling little, I'm going to pull this really fast. This was not planned, but it is, I played with this with the diamond shape the other day and it was really fun. We had our turnabout top, and you'll notice it kind of comes up where the belt would be and then drapes over the hips. So this is another great top for a diamond because you can have a little belt and then it's going to give you a little more coverage down off your sides and break up some of that shape. So just draw the eye to the waist, keep playing with the clothes, but don't feel like you have to just hide everything in a long t-shirt or sweater. It actually does just the opposite. So is that everything, Rebecca? I think that is everything. We are going to be back soon with new arrivals if you haven't seen them already. So get ready to order now on those new arrivals. You do not want to miss out on them. They are fantastic. So we can predict some shorts and some things that are coming that you definitely want to get your hot little hands on. So stay tuned. Follow us through our email subscriptions, as well as subscribe and ring the bell here. We are so thankful that you join us weekly. We hope that we light you up just like we get to light ourselves up by seeing each other. We miss each other when we don't do this. So it's really fun to hear your comments, get the text messages, and we just know that this is something that we created as a partnership with you, and we're still doing it. So don't forget to share, have fun, and enjoy wearing those spring pieces.